Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the midweek stock market update video. So today we'll be looking at technical analysis on QQQ and the mega cap tech 7. So it'll be the Tesla, Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, and Nvidia. We'll be looking at the support resistance levels as well as if the 7 mega cap tech stocks will help QQQ move higher or potentially or get some consolidation or move lower. So let's take a look together and look for more clues. All right, so let's take a look at NQ actually, because there's a lot of movements after hours, and NQ is the futures chart, which tracks the overnight price action as well. When there's a lot of price action overnight, let's take a look at futures. If there isn't, we just look at the Qs. All right, so we have this bear flag on Tuesday, lacking absolute zero follow through. So you can see, let's go to the daily for more clear. So this is a daily chart, and this was the drop. This was the flag. We had broke below the low of that initial drop. So that's a lower low, and we got an absolute zero follow through from the bears after breaking that low, which was also Nvidia hitting that $100 psychological support that I talked about over the weekend. And I was telling you guys that I'm leaning more on a bounce overall than us heading a little bit lower. We did head a little bit lower, but we got some clues. We'll take a look at Nvidia in a second. But so this is a lower low, lacking follow through. That's an initial sign that we know there's bear exhaustion, right? And when we do hit that lower low, we are quite a bit oversold on the daily as well. And that V shape into the close was kind of our very first sign that, okay, maybe bears aren't, a little bit exhausted here and probably can't take things much lower. And we were coming back to this structure as well, where we consolidated for 2 months, 2-3 months, let's just say, right? There's a lot of demand here, right? We're not gonna just cut through this and fly off and go, to lower lows like that, all the way down here for no reason, right? Because there's a ton of demand, ton of volume trading in this zone. So even if we do end up here, right? That's all the way down here. This is the spot where we would very, very likely at least get some kind of a bounce, right? Even let's say we bounce all the way up to here and then chop around, form an equilibrium, tightens up, and then rolls over. Okay, that's fine, right? But to think that the bears are just gonna take it all the way from up here and all the way down here is pretty unreasonable, right? You want to at least get some kind of bounce, and which we did get that today after that. No follow through, hitting this demand zone area, then bounce. So the most likely scenario plays out. And now the question is, right, is this going to be a weekly lower high, or is this going to be a V-shape to the all-time highs? All right, so let's take a look on the weekly. So now weekly, we measure from the top of the move to the bottom of the move. Right, we're just at that 0.382 range right now on the bounce, so that's a bear flag still, right? So bulls ideally want to get over 50% of this drop to really negate that potential weekly lower high being shaped up, right? Lower high just means this low is lower than prior low, prior high. So, I mean, I don't expect us to just go all the way up there right away, right? We need to form some kind of a daily uptrend first. So next job for bulls now, right, is to, I would say, open up somewhere around here tomorrow, gap up a little bit and move around, move a little higher. When we do pull back, right, I don't want to see a big freaking pullback where we come all the way down here. That means that we'll probably form some kind of an equilibrium tightening range, right? So we want to see a shallow pullback, ideally a bull flag, so like a 38.2% pullback or close to around here, where it was all this prior resistance here, then bounce off of that, form a daily uptrend, right? Breaking up the higher high, and that would be the ideal scenario for bulls, the absolute best case scenario. Then we can start looking back up towards all-time highs if we start confirming daily uptrends here. Right now we don't have a trend change yet. This was just more like a, hit this lack zero follow through, and Nvidia hit 100 psych V shape. AI demand is still there on all these earning calls, and we just V shape. And Jerome suggesting that we're gonna get a cut in September. It's probably likely priced in now, and we just V shaped. Right, all these news coming in, people thought earnings are going to tank, but we did not tank. So we are getting that coming in. And so far, so good. Fantastic bounce, right? V shape. No 4-hour trend change yet. So right now, next time we pull back on the 4-hour, I want to see this 4-hour EMA 12 act as support, this teal looking line. And if we want to give us that 4-hour trend change, as well as this daily trend change, then I will have more confidence that we may potentially retest all-time highs. But for now, it's still weekly, still on the slightly weekly bear flag here. So let's see if bulls can pull it off, right? So super key tomorrow and Friday. We don't want to see too much of a pullback of this entire move. That's it, right? If we get a shallow pullback, keep it things simple. If we get a shallow pullback, good chance we will get that daily option. If we get a over 50% pullback, then start to favoring the bears. So key watch tomorrow is that if bulls ends up shaping that shallow pullback. All right, let's take a look at the Meg 7s. Give us more clues if we're going to get supported from the Meg Tech 7s, more upside or downside. Tesla, not really much going on. I mean, it makes sense. It's a little bit relative strength. Actually, let's see. Similar, but we're just forming this. Let's see if it's still a bear flag. Doesn't look like anymore. Yeah, we're over the 50% mark. So we just want to get over this bounce back out of this range. And we pretty much starting to. You can see it was this rejection over there again. And we're just peaking above it right there. So tomorrow, get one more leg up. Then I'll say it's a convincing break. And ideally, the market is green too. So it'll help Tesla to go up. And we'll break out of that zone. And once we break out of the zone, I'm looking back at 238, which is the bottom of this pivot. And then if we break that, we're looking at 245, which is this bottom, this support, all these support. All right, let's take that meta. Bullish reaction to earnings after hours. And let's take a look to see what it looks like on the 4-hour. You can see double bottom here, and then boom, V shape. Now we're back up testing this prior highs. So sitting right at 115 cycle level. Put a line there and go on the daily charts. So pretty much looking back to all-time highs, essentially. Right, we're pretty much sitting right here on the daily charts. We already blew through all these resistance, and yeah, we're just looking at this structure left, this structure and this all-time high structure. So we're sitting right at 115, and this could be a head and shoulders if we don't break through this. Right, big left shoulder, super big head comes up here at this moment, and if we don't get over this, we may form right shoulder here. But so far the market's pretty strong. So let's say if QQQ right tomorrow is up 2%, and Meta just kind of not doing anything anymore after this initial earnings move, then that's relative weakness, and that may shape up that right shoulder, right? If it starts to shift into relative weakness around this resistance. So we'll keep a watch on that, see how it trades, right? But if you use up 2% and this still keeps on rocketing higher, then that's not relative weakness yet. Amazon, beautiful megaphone here, right there. But anyways, lower low, no follow through, lower low, no follow through, V shape, which makes sense. Although they do have earnings tomorrow, so this thing could be down here or up here tomorrow. So anybody's guess. But for now, this is lower low, no follow, lower no, no follow through, and then we V shape with the market. So yeah, we're just coming up to test back to these highs. See this too, highs right there, which is exactly where we pretty much stopped at, right here. See the line. So once we get over that, then we're looking back up at the low of this structure, which would be at 193.6. And of course, earnings is going to dictate that, right? 2.3%. If we get super bullish reaction earnings, we're probably going to test this all-time highs, 5% away only. If we get a bearish reaction, we're probably going to test this low. It's 8% away, so we'll see. But similar idea to Qs, I want to see trend changes, these 4-hour trend changes. Right now, we just got a big bounce. That's it, right? Short covering and some bounces going. And let's see some trend changes. Google is slightly weaker today. Yeah, I want to see Google do some catch up here because it has been relatively weaker compared to all the other mega cap techs. Let's see, but yeah, these Qs are pretty much trading back here already. But Google is slightly under still. So yeah, there's a couple of resistance here. You can see this sideways action right here. This zone is acting as some supply at this moment, right? You can see all these volumes traded here, which is this block. It's currently acting as a resistance. So we can get over that, we can have bounce, then we have more room to shape out that daily uptrend. If that happens, then potential retest of all-time highs. But we'll see about that. Still only first step for bulls. They got that bounce, but still need the trend change. Microsoft earnings, big drop yesterday, but after earnings call, we retraced most of it, still red of the day. So if Microsoft starts to pick up tomorrow, it will help the Qs and give a win. So I would say probably Microsoft is going to be green tomorrow, even though, yeah, we're just under this structure. So let's see if Microsoft can break that and go head higher, potentially come up to this 431 tomorrow, and to help the Qs head higher in the market. So far, it's looking like it wants to. And Apple is reporting earnings tomorrow as well. And not as ideal. Make that upper wick end of the day here. You see, this was that prior resistance, that long-term resistance, right? Resistance. Perfect rejection there. And we rejected from there again today. So, not as ideal. We can make that head and shoulders look as well. Earnings tomorrow is going to dictate if we can break back above this resistance, or it's going to give us that big flush with head and shoulders look. So bulls aren't out of the woods yet, right? There's still a lot of patterns where bears could potentially shape this weekly lower high up and take things lower. So we definitely want to see these trend changes and these mega cap 7 breaks above resistance for us to be safe to say, okay, daily uptrends now confirmed most of these mega cap techs and now QQQ as well. So there's a good chance that we can head back to highs. If we don't, there's a good chance that we may get that equilibrium, big range up and down, and like a bear break, right? If a weekly break. So at this moment, bulls are not out of the woods, but bears need to do some work as well. So we'll see if they pull it off. Nice move at the end of the day, but yeah, tomorrow will still dictate it. So I mean, the market's up 1%, right? 0.9% end of the day, so Apple is up as well. All right, Nvidia. So this was the key factor here that V-shaped the market, right? So it was Microsoft's earning call talking about AI demand still intact. You can see support perfectly. There was no, and then we were coming really close to oversold on the daily, and we hit that $100 psych level. You can see it pre-market after hours yesterday. Let's go to the 4 hours. We can see that right there, 101. So that was the psych support that I talked about on the weekend. I said if we break that current support, we're gonna come down to 100, and we did. So yeah, touched it after hours, V-shape, and not looking back at all. 21% move off this low. It's just incredible. Just because AMD had a nice earning, as well as Microsoft was saying AI demand is still there, and we hit the technical cycle level as well from the bounce. All three of those combined together, giving us a 20% bounce in one day. Yeah, just one day, and we broke up off this 116.5 zone. Literally, we cannot get over that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 days or 4 days. Forgot, but very clear, right? It was this support, broke below it. 3 days cannot get above it, right? Finally, today we got above it. You can see all that moves after hours. And Qualcomm reported too decently. So I guess Nvidia, everybody, any kind of semi stocks that's reporting that does well, Nvidia is spending off of it because Nvidia is the one that makes the most money out of the semis. So demand's still there. Nvidia is gonna be the most beneficiary of all of them, and a solid, nice move after hours as well, 3.5%. So yeah, let's see if it continues tomorrow. Maybe we'll come up all the way here now. And we need to break about this, of course, first. But yeah, if Nvidia continues, semi continues to lead, don't fight the bulls, especially when semis and techs are leading. If they aren't leading, then sure you can fight it and short it, but don't fight it when semis and tech are both leading as well. Or if you see everything green, like everything's high of its day, like IWM or SPY, XLF, financial sector, everything is green. Don't short that day. Just look for a higher low on like a 15-minute and then buy that and play the trend. Sometimes it's hard to do that, especially when it gaps up, but you'll have less of a headache trying to fight the trend. Even today, let's see. Right, huge gap up today, and you just buy this 15-minute higher low right there. Boom, never looked back, right? Never retraced below it. Yeah, even this drop didn't even get over back here. So yeah, just buy that 15-minute higher low and play with the trend until it shows you otherwise. You just put a stop below and let things play out. But we are looking for 4-hour consolidation though, right? This is a straight move up. We're looking for some kind of a pullback soon. Maybe it'll start overnight, form some kind of a flag overnight, and open up around here tomorrow. And that'll be a good sign. I will play that bull flag if we do form that overnight and break out tomorrow. At this moment, with this momentum. All right, that is like all for you guys. A bit late today. Got some stuff to do, and I'll update you guys again on the weekend on this weekend stock market update video, and commodities tomorrow or Friday. But yeah, I will have any comments below if you guys have any questions, and if you're to check out the YouTube link as well as Patreon link on YouTube. If you guys need any mentorship, any kind of how to start trading if you don't have capital with prop firms, like how to get funded or how to develop your own skills, all that kind of jazz. As well as if you want to support the channel, go to Patreon link as well. Support this channel absolutely free, as well as the Discord link is in the comments, and it's all free as well. Come chat and hang out and talk about stock.